Hey y'all, and welcome back to the party. It's your girl, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Ricky Gervais Wasn't Born in the Right Place. This is from Netflix Is a Joke. Let's see what he has to say.
So humanity, what is humanity? What are we? Well, we've touched upon it there. We're great apes. Not metaphorically, we're literally great apes. We are 98.6% genetically identical to a chimpanzee. We're close to
That's the percentage?
gorillas. We left our common ancestor about
Wow.
6 million years ago. We have the same life cycle as any other animal, which is our parents mate, we're born, we grow, we mate, our parents die, all our friends die, and then we die. Now, my 7-year-old niece didn't like hearing that, right? But I said, you've got to look. I said, stop crying. I said, you're 7, you know, today. So.
Not you delivering this message on this child's birthday. I did not. I don't think Ricky would just get on stage and make up that percentage. I never knew that that was the percentage of how closely we are, just in the way we do life, to chimpanzees. And they're less similar to gorillas, which is also mind-blowing to me. Insane. His poor niece.
I said, you're 7, you know, today. So.
Grow up.
Any more grisly and this party's cancelled. So let's take the first of those, right? Birth. It's already an odd one for humanity because the human being is born before the end of
I
its
love the
natural
way he
gestation
says
period.
humanity
And by
with his
that, I mean,
accent.
because of our evolution, our brain is so big, we have to get that huge head out early. That's why the skull is in parts and supple, right? And then we have to carry on gestating outside the womb. That's why we're so useless. Compare us to other mammals, right? A giraffe is walking along. It goes, oh, I'm
Right.
pregnant.
Just plops it out.
I'm going to have a baby giraffe right here, right? Yeah.
And keeps
There it
on
is.
going.
See you later, right? And the baby goes, Mum, can I get it's got to be fucking ready, right? We're helpless, right? Just think of that, right? 9 months, we're just growing in this perfect environment, just like that.
Is that what it's like in the
Like being
womb?
a little Kate Bush video, right? And then suddenly, and you're being squeezed out of an hole near an ass. You're covered in scream.
The way this man takes like everyday life things and just breaks them down until you realize just how insane it is. It's crazy how he can do that. Yes, we all know how close the holes are. Have I ever thought about it? No. Like, have I actually ever stopped to think about it? No. Did I think about maybe that's what my child was thinking when she was coming out? No. Now do I think that? Maybe.
Squeezed out of an hole near an ass. You're covered in screaming. You go, I can't breathe. Someone goes, yes, you can, right? That's the first 1 second of life on Earth. You don't know where you are. You can't choose where you're born. I was born in a place called Whitley Estate in Reading, right? Yeah, no, I wouldn't have chosen that. I'd have chosen Hampstead. I did choose Hampstead. It just took me 45 years to be able to afford it, right? Very different, my upbringing, you know, to how I live now. I know I live a privileged life now. Hampstead, ridiculous. Oh, it's a rarefied place, right? It's just like the grandchildren of poets and painters and me, new money, right? But growing up, it was tough. I don't know what it's like now, but in my day, my estate was really sort of rough and scary. It felt like wildlife. I was weak and vulnerable, right? And there was danger around every corner. The school I went to was on my street, and I ran there every day so I didn't get mugged or molested. And there were a lot of paedophiles in Reading, because the murderers had killed a lot of them, but there was still a...
Oh my gosh.
I moved to Hampstead. Oh my God, it's no crime. I saw a knife once in Hampstead. It was a palette knife. Just a bloke just painting, oil painting, in the middle of the street, broad daylight. No one was gobbing on it or calling him Bender. It was weird.
Oh my gosh. Just to go back to what he said about like giving birth and how they like slap the baby, you know, like they have to like shock the baby to make sure the baby screams or whatever. My friend just had a baby. She had a water birth. I don't think I could ever. I had a full-on medicated hospital birth. She had a water birth at a birthing center, no meds, nothing. And she literally like pulled her son out in the water. Like, I know she sent me the video, and she just caressed him. And he, you know, she didn't have that experience where it's like, it is kind of brutal. It can feel like a little, brutal how like it all happens in a hospital. It's safe, of course, but for him to say that, it's like, dang, that is true. Like, but my friend had a completely different experience, and like her baby, they just laid him on the chest. The video cut off before I know like what happened. Did he start crying or whatever? But it doesn't always have to be that way. But we aren't just getting up. Well, I guess you could just walk. She probably just got out of the water. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it isn't always like that. We are probably closer to other mammals in that way if we wanted to be, or if we could physically be. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got way off tangent. It just made me think of that. I'm sorry. I'll let him finish.
So I know my life has changed drastically, but it wasn't always like that. And the reason I'm telling you this, as a famous person, you sort of read about yourself, you know, gossip and, you know, Twitter and everything. And one thing kept cropping up, even when I was preparing for this tour, people saying, oh, he's out of touch. He's so famous. He's rich. He's mega rich. I am.
True.
I could have this place burned down for a laugh. No, but they say things like, oh, he's an observational comedian. How can he say things that relate to ordinary scum?
See?
And
not scum.
I say, don't call them scum, right?
Not scum.
But even the papers, they try and get around to it. I do interviews, and they'll always be able to say, oh, do you always fly first class? I go, no, often private. And the number of times I've answered this question, right? They say, do you know how much a pint of milk is? It was meant to make you look out of touch, and I don't know, but that's irrelevant.
I don't know how much a pint of milk is, and I'm not rich.
I'm going to say, I don't know, mate, but here's £1,000. Run and get me one, will you? Is that enough? Is that enough? Yeah.
Milk is one of those things that, like, well, we drink almond milk in this house. We don't drink regular cow's milk, but it's one of those things that, like, you need. Like, we need it. Cereal, cooking, baking, all those things. So I never look at the price of it. It's not because, like, you know what I mean? I have just so much money, but it's like, I need it. Just put it in the cart kind of thing. Oh, man. Ricky Gervais is hilarious. All right, y'all. Go have the day you deserve. Peace.